A distant star, a dying planet. A race of desperate men seeking another home, another world to take over. One man is trying to stop them. A man not of this world.
Come in! For God's sake, come in, Aurora! Over! Bryant, where are you? Aurora Base, answer! Over! This is Garvin calling. Listen, someone at the base put a time bomb on our sledge. A time bomb? We all saw it. Roden found it just before it went off. Which of you would want to do this to us? It's crazy! Why? Roden's dead. Miller can't last much longer. Aurora Base, can you hear me? Over! We're between markers 28 and 29. Who'd want to kill us? Why? I'll try and make it back to the base on my own. Practically all the stores are gone, the tents, everything. Aurora Base! This is Garvin calling. Are you receiving me? Come in. Over! This is Garvin between markers 28 and 29. I'll make for the base on foot. For God's sake, come and help me! Help me, for God's sake!
Great clarinet, that.
It's a trumpet.
Oh, I'm just a poor ignorant taffy. The bark is a bit of a minority taste.
Everybody want cocoa?
I'll have one, please,
Yes,
pal.
please.
What about Len? Will he want one?
Have to ask.
Where is he, by the way?
Last of the personal messages, over.
Okay, over.
Right, next transmission will be at 0800 hours. This is Alpha Alpha Bravo 837. We'll call you tomorrow, over.
Right. So long, Alpha Alpha Bravo 837. Talk to you tomorrow. This is Papa Uncle 9 Charlie at Stanley Falkland Islands. Over and out. Next expedition, I'm going to make certain there's 300 bridge players.
You'd go on another one. You must be snow happy. You'll never get me again.
Wonder to me they got you on this one.
I told you. I needed a rest from the women. My health couldn't stand anymore. Neither could me bank manager. Very narrow-minded, you know, Welsh bank managers.
Oh! It's cold in that corridor.
There's only a step or two, that won't kill you.
Cocoa on the stove.
Ah, thank you.
Any contact with the sledge party?
No, sir. Miss Stanley haven't heard anything either. Still, reception down on these latitudes can be a bit dodgy.
Yes.
But it's funny we haven't heard anything, though. Maybe they were calling when no one was in the radio shop.
Oh, the alarm, I'd have heard that. Even if I'd been asleep, the extension of my cabin would have wakened me.
In any case, if they'd called, it'd be on tape, and there was nothing.
Oh, if only the weather would break.
They've still got supplies for a couple of days.
We shouldn't have let them go.
There was no reason not to, and it was part of our program.
What's the news?
A British pole vaulter cleared 17 feet.
Big deal.
Yes. Well, now, look, Stanley have said they're going to try and relay a news broadcast from London in the morning. Now, I'll put it on tape so that anybody on late duty can listen to it. Yeah. You can think of me freezing in there while you're all snoring.
You're doing a grand job. You know, that radio's about the only thing that keeps us sane.
How are the last strain? Group 15?
The best yet. Not as hardy as Group 4, but they propagate even faster than Group 7.
We'll be ready on time, then.
By the 20th, yes. Yes, we'll have enough. As soon as the weather breaks, a relief aircraft will get here. They must be worried. They haven't heard from us for 4 days.
There's no chance they'll have the radio repaired before the weather changes.
Yeah, no chance. The radio room is completely gutted. It's like a bomb site in there. Yeah, there'll be an aircraft, all right. And we'll use it to fly out the first batch of Cultures. Cygnus may be sending another observer to replace their man.
I doubt it. How could they know?
The fact that he hasn't reported in for some time. We must be prepared.
Well, if anyone comes with the supply flight, it'll be too late. If they come before, we'll know who they are.
And how to deal with him. If we have to, kill him too. Just wait till I get back to civilization. I love her. Look at that.
A bit skinny for my taste.
What? No, man. She'd do me, all right. You know, that reminds me of a girlfriend I had once. Talk about perpetual motion. Got married in the end. Went to live in Edinburgh. Just in time, too. All my other girlfriends were complaining.
Oh, shut up.
Sorry. Listen to that.
I'll never moan about British weather again. I wouldn't like to go out there.
Forget it.
It's easy to say.
No use harping on it.
There's still a chance.
They are 5 days overdue. There isn't a hope.
They could have gone on half rations.
What, in this weather?
Yeah. Good heavens.
We won't even find the bodies now. They'll be snowed over, buried. It was all over days ago.
Can't help thinking about it. Out there, in the dark, alone. Trying to come home. There's somebody there. What the hell's going on? There's somebody out there. My God! Why?
We took off from the strip at the foot of the Heiberg Glacier. We were flying to the Americans at Bird Base.
You couldn't have been much further, of course. Now, we're here.
Thank God. We ran into an electrical storm. All our electrical equipment blew. Radio, navigation gear, the lot. I was flying blind.
We were lucky we could put the fire out.
Why were you going there?
Well, you see, I'm a writer. Simon was flying me there. I'm doing a piece for a magazine, you know, Men Without Women.
What, with you there? Why on earth were you out flying in this weather?
Well, Heiberg Strip gave me a reasonable forecast. They said I'd have time to get in and out again.
They must have been out of their mind.
Oh, can we call them up? They'll be worried about us.
Our radio's out of action. We had a fire.
Fire? Here?
Indeed, it's a big hazard out here.
No water.
But you're surrounded by it.
Yes, but we have to melt it first. Radio Shack was gutted before it even started to melt.
What about transport?
One mechanical sledge was lost, the other's broken down.
Gearbox. Seat up solid. The drain plug must come out somehow. Anyway, there's nothing I can do about it until the weather lets up, and even then it'll be a long job.
So we can't contact anywhere?
Not until the weather clears and we can get a party away, or until the supply aircraft gets here.
And this weather could easily last a week.
So we really are cut off.
Completely.
Well, I hope you've got enough food.
For the first 2 years. What about your aircraft?
It took a wing and a ski off when we landed, if you can call it a landing. The cloud base was right down, visibility is practically nil. I just caught sight of your radio mast.
In the dark?
Yeah, I dropped a flare for the landing. And when we set down, we headed in this direction and hoped.
You were lucky.
Well, you've met everybody, but not been introduced.
Oh, of course, I'm so sorry. Now, I'm Dr. Richard. That is Dr. James Barker. He's our glaciologist. Gerald Sadler, meteorologist. Dr. Basil Cross, physician, surgeon, and an emergency tooth puller.
I also cut hair.
And Len Bryant, our radio operator and general mechanical genius.
Simon Thurlow.
Mary Scott. Well, if we're all going to be here for some time.
Well, yes, Dr. Barker will show you to some quarters. I have some more observations to make, if you'll forgive me.
Dr. Richards is very conscientious.
I do hope we're not putting you out.
No, we've got plenty of room. We've got some spare cabins. 3 of our original party are overdue from a sledging expedition.
Overdue?
Lost. Well, if you'd like to see the base, it won't take very long.
Yes.
This is the galley. Oh, never call it the kitchen, by the way. Always the galley. All the first expeditions were made by naval people, you know. Now, through here, we have the storage corridor. Unheated. It's the biggest deep freeze in the world. The rubbish dump is out through there. Excuse me.
When the Americans built this place, they bulldozed a pit big enough for 5 years' rubbish. They think big, the Yanks, when it comes to rubbish.
The laboratory, the generator room, and through here, we have the corridor leading to the radio shack. What's left of it. It's just a big hole in the ice now.
Well, how did it catch fire?
Oh, it was a 40 heater. Police?
Yes. It must have been.
Down here we have the usual offices, the shower and the cabins. There's Dr. Richards, mine, and down here we have Sadler, Dr. Cross, and Len Bryant is right down the end there. So you could take any of these 3.
They belong to the sledging party.
Yes. Their things have been moved out, so they won't get in your way.
We don't have anything to get in the way of.
Well, we can fix you up with anything you need.
Thank you.
Why don't you take the one next to mine? I have it on numerous authorities that I don't snore, so I won't be keeping you away.
Promise.
Is that an emergency escape?
Yes, in case of fire, snowdrift, you know, anything like that.
Well, I've had enough emergencies for one day. All I need is a good night's sleep.
Yes, well, that makes 2 of us. Excuse me. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Our visitors settled in?
Yes.
Yeah, dead lucky coming down right next to us like that. We wouldn't have lasted long in this weather.
Fate balancing things up a bit, eh? Their good luck against the other 3.
Give it a rest, James.
But it was also bloody unnecessary.
I don't think there's any point in pursuing it any further.
No, I don't suppose you do.
Hey, if I found a woman here, eh? It's like finding a stowaway on a submarine.
Are we all going to dress for dinner?
When the weather clears up and if we can get to the aircraft, then maybe I can fix the radio or use some bits from it.
I hope this woman's arrival isn't going to disrupt things.
I don't think so. I'll soon get over the excitement.
We can't let this sort of distraction interfere with our work. It's much too important.
Oh, it's like a different world here.
It is.
You all right, Simon?
Yes, it's just the cold. It affects me more than you people. It takes me longer to get acclimatized.
You are sure there are Centaurans here?
Yes, I'm sure. Look, we picked up a message from this base, beamed at Centaurus, but too weak to get there. Too weak even for Cygnus to make out anything except that there is alien activity here. Besides, radio and mechanical sledge out of action, it's typical isolation technique.
An accident?
We sent an observer and he was lost on a sledging party.
That could be an accident, too.
We don't have accidents.
You're not immortal.
We don't have that sort of accident.
Surely they'll suspect something. You're just appearing like this. Won't they be expecting you?
The fact that there are 2 of us makes it unlikely. Unlikely, but not impossible. Of course, they could suspect you.
Me?
But I don't think they suspect either of us.
I suspect it's the man.
Not necessarily. They put a woman into South America. We'll see. As soon as we find out which one it is.
Why not kill both of them now?
No. One could be an accident, but two. We don't want to draw too much attention if we can avoid it.
What's the difference? Once the spores have been dispersed, nobody can do anything.
Yes, but if the humans learn too soon what's going to happen, they could make things difficult for us. We'll take no chances. As soon as we identify the observer, we'll eliminate them.
At least time's on our side. Midnight the 20th, we'll be ready to move.
Where did you learn to cook like that?
Here, experimenting on the human guinea pigs. Now, we all take a turn at it, actually. All except Dr. Richards, of course.
The CEO has to have some perks.
A few more meals like that and I'll be an outsize.
I doubt it. Our average intake's over 5,000 calories a day, and we still lose weight. It's cold.
You can make a fortune running a health farm. What do you do here?
Come over here and I'll show you. Now, this is the southern part of our world, seen from over the South Pole, dominated by this enormous ice cap containing 86% of the world's glacial supply. It's the world's highest continent, and yet it was only seen for the first time about 150 years ago. It's a rugged, mountainous area covered with ice, sometimes to a depth of 8,000 feet. Now, this space is in a little hollow, protected on all sides, so that the ice has not been affected by glacial movement. It's quite recent, about 100,000 years. We can learn a great deal here, you know.
Yes, the Antarctic used to be semi-tropical, you know.
Oh, yes. Traces of vegetation have been found in the rocks, and coal, too.
The question is, how did it get there? The generally accepted theory is that the continents all gradually drifted apart from a single solid landmass on a fluid subterranean layer.
That is one theory.
Well, measurement of the Atlantic bed bridges proves it.
It suggests very strongly that drift occurs, certainly. But the report on earwigs supports that, too.
Earwigs?
Earwigs can't cross large stretches of water. So if one species is found in two different continents, the assumption is that the two continents were once joined together. I read a lot of magazines.
So I agree that continental drift plays a great part in the formation of the world. But there's another theory. That the Earth's crust, like a layer of tissue paper on an orange, slipped round. The movement was sudden, cataclysmic. And that was why we find traces of tropical animals in the polar regions. They were cut off with the sudden coming of the ice.
Is that what you're trying to find out about continental drift?
Among other things, yes. We're studying the formation of the ice, the Earth's magnetic field, the residual magnetism in the rocks.
And the weather. Which reminds me. Once more into the breach, as our great Welsh playwright said.
You said that 4 times a day for the last 6 months. If you say it again...
Where are you going?
To make the weather observations. Day in, day out, every 6 hours. Do it.
Why heat the torch?
Well, if it gets too cold, see, it just goes out.
Why not use a hurricane lamp?
No, even that can freeze up. The flame just dies on the wick. So you can imagine what the cold can do to a human being.
If there's no wind, though, you can actually sunbathe at 20 below.
I'll let you know the instant the wind drops.
But there won't be any sun for weeks.
Doesn't matter, I can wait.
Speaking of bathing, could I have a bath?
We haven't got one. Just a shower.
Well, a shower will do.
I'm afraid we can manage only one shower each every 10 days, Miss Scott.
There's a system. 20 seconds of water to wet yourself, turn it off, soap yourself, 20 seconds to rinse.
We have a water problem, you see.
We have to mine it.
There's an ice mine underneath. We cut out the blocks and melt them. Yeah, everybody has a go.
He's the pit manager.
Well, you've got to put me down for a spell, then.
Yeah, fair enough. You can have a go tonight. I warn you, it's hard work.
I'm next for a shower. You can go in my place.
I think it would be better if Miss Scott and Mr. Thurlow go to the end of the roster.
Surely I can give up my own turn if I
We
want to.
are very glad to have visitors, but we will keep to our routine as much as possible. So that is settled. Now, if you'll forgive me, I have some more work to do.
Yes, well, come on then, Thurlow, and I'll show you where the ice mine is.
Right. Sorry about that.
I'd rather not go against his instructions.
No, it'll be all right.
I have a strong sense of discipline.
As you like. He's a fine scientist, of course. First-class man in his day. But, well, if I were running the base, things would be rather different.
I'm sure. What do you actually do here when you're not working?
That's a great problem in a place like this, how to consume time. Reading, writing, games. We have films twice a week.
New ones?
Not all that new, no. Ben-Hur.
Oh.
With Ramon Navarro.
Oh. Well, I'll be off then.
Don't get lost.
Oh, no, don't worry. Just took myself to the guideline. Well, once more into the breach.
Oh, get on with it.
It's cold down here. It gets colder. It's only 40 below. Hey, I'll have a go at that. That'll warm me up a bit. How much of this do we have to do? A minimum of 3 hours a week. Each. You'll get used to it.
You are finished.
Yeah, you got a delicate touch. But like old Basil, he cuts hair like performing an amputation. Thank you, darling.
Riding home?
Yes, with my wife. Well, would you like to see a photograph?
I'd love to.
There he is.
Oh, she's pretty, isn't she?
Is that your wife?
Yes.
That looks just like the bird I used to know who went to live in Edinburgh. That's where you come from, isn't it, Len?
Yes.
Don't know why a girl like that would marry an ugly-looking twit like you. She's pretty enough to be Welshman.
You say you have film shows.
We're not due for another until tomorrow.
Well, that's an idea, Skipper. Why can't we have one tonight?
Once we break with routine, we'll have them every night, then we'll run out long before we can get any new ones.
Sorry.
In a station like this, routine is vital.
Oh, yes. After all, it was routine that sent Rawdon and the others out on that sledging party.
That will do.
Hello? What's up?
I couldn't sleep.
You're in the dark.
Yes, well, I didn't want to switch on the light. I might have woken somebody up.
Looking out of the window.
Yes.
It's pitch black out there, man.
I thought I saw some sort of glow. Switch off the light and have a look out yourself.
No, man, couldn't be a light. The sun's not due for weeks yet. There wouldn't be the aurora borealis. Well, not in this weather.
If you say so, but...
Oh, it's probably the reflection of your face in the glass, I reckon.
I'm sure you
No,
saw...
it's just your reflection, man, that's all.
But it wasn't. There was a man out there alone on the ice.
Did you recognize him?
No. No, his face was hidden by his parka.
And you couldn't see what he was doing?
But what I could make out was he was carrying a container. It was about that big, cylindrical, with a broad black stripe across the lid.
Do we look for that?
But be careful, and if you find it, don't open it.
I see.
Well, it might be something beyond your technology and dangerous.
Yes, okay. Did Sadler suspect anything?
I don't think so. I kept on insisting that I had seen something. If I'd tried to bluff it out, he might have got suspicious.
There couldn't be some other explanation. No, I suppose there's no doubt now about there being Centaurans here, I mean.
There never was any doubt.
Have you any idea what was in the container?
No. We've got to find it.
No sign of a let-up in the weather.
We're not going anywhere. Hey, what's happened to our lodgers, by the way? They seem to be very elusive lately.
Perhaps they're having a tete-a-tete.
Simon's down the ice mine.
Well, even I'd find it a bit hard to work up any enthusiasm down there.
Can't you give it a rest?
I've got no option, man, have I?
Your turn for the cooking today, isn't it, Doc?
I never said she'd do it.
So where is she?
Looking for me?
Yeah, poor constrictor Bryant is hungry.
Oh.
I get out of here. I'm never going to have another ice drink as long as I live. Any sign of it? No, it's not down there either. Well, I think I'll go get changed.
Right, where's all this food then?
It's in the cupboard.
Oh, wouldn't exactly drive Escoffier into a creative frenzy, would it? What's in the store?
Any luck with the radio, Len?
Ah, not much, Skipper. I've been trying to make a new circuit with this stuff for salvage, but I haven't much hope.
It wouldn't bother anyone if I put on any music.
All right?
Thank you.
I'll say one thing, Mary. Your pastry's better than the doctor's.
Aye, we threw some out onto the ice once. Went straight through.
Oh, yes. Rawdon found the wedge of it. Thought it was a Stone Age axe head.
Who? The leader of the sledging party.
You'll not say much, Simon.
Nothing to say.
How many sugars, Mary?
4, please. Wonderful, all this sugar and starch, not putting on any weight.
Getting up?
30 knots at the last check. Temperature was 40.
Above freezing, then?
No, minus 40. That's 72 degrees of frost. And it's falling.
Can't be.
Oh, minus 40 is not exceptional by any means. At Bird Station, they've had temperatures of below 100, on the Vostok below minus 120.
Yes, but it's the combination of temperature and wind together that's crucial. I mean, at the moment, minus 40 degrees, 13 knots, there'd be a total of 70 degrees of cold acting on a person outside.
After the sledge party left, the temperature dropped to minus 80, and the wind went up to over 60 knots. It was absolutely impossible to predict.
We knew the weather was going to deteriorate.
But not that much.
Is that what finished them?
I don't know. I wouldn't have thought conditions were impossible for so experienced a man as Rawdon.
Something killed them.
Most likely they went into a crevasse. Crevasses can be treacherous even in good weather. Anyway, it must have been sudden because we would have heard something. There was no real warning about the weather, you know.
Bit late for him to be sorry.
Oh, shut up. Can't you see he's upset?
How is it, love?
Fine, thank you.
Mary, where is it?
Sorry, I'm so tired. It must have been doing all that cooking.
The container.
Oh, yeah. It's gone.
You sure?
Of course.
Could have been any one of them. You didn't open it, did you?
No, you told me not to.
Pity.
I was tempted to. Oh, I'm sorry, Simon. Now we're back where we started.
Not quite. Now they'll suspect both of us.
heavy of breakfast music, isn't
Sorry,
it?
I don't have any come-dancing records.
Call that weighty. You want to hear a full Welsh chapel choir in full blast on a Sunday morning, man. Bloody define you not to be holy.
Please.
All right, boy, what's not listening? Take a look outside, you see he's turned his back on this place long ago.
If you eat much more of that wheat germ, you'll turn into a loaf.
Good morning.
At least it settles one thing. The man, after all. It's just a coincidence she found the container.
It's not certain it's him.
It's obvious. The compound I put into her drink would have kept a Signeusian unconscious for at least 24 hours.
Oh, of course. So, we're going to eliminate Thurlow. But he'll be prepared now.
He's been prepared ever since he got here. But I'll find a way.
How do you feel?
Bill, I've got a sort of barbiturate hangover and a weird taste in my mouth.
Like a bad tomato?
Yes, and a headache.
You're lucky you can feel anything.
Yes. Thank you, Simon. Have you any ideas who drugged me?
Could have been anybody.
Who has access to the medicine chest?
Well, all of them. But that compound didn't come out of any medicine chest. No, we're up against it now. They know who we are, but we don't know them or what they're planning. I'll have to go out and find out what they're doing.
This weather, but I thought you can't stand polar temperatures.
I'll be all right if I don't waste time.
But you only just made it here from the aircraft and the weather wasn't nearly so bad. Can't you wait until it improves?
No. Time's vital. I can't just sit around here doing nothing. But don't let the others know that I've gone, will you? Now, look, I won't be able to stand much more than 30 minutes, so I'll be back at 2:30.
Simon, be careful.
Yes, of course. Mary, whatever you do, keep everyone away from this room until 2:30.
What's the time, Mary?
2:15.
And that's it.
What is that you're typing, Doc?
My book on the expedition.
Oh, waste of time. You can't publish for 3 years.
Why not?
It's in our contract with Dr. Richards.
I might as well get on with it while it's all fresh in my mind.
Yes, well, I was going to do one, but Richards will have scooped the pool by then. Anyway, who knows what'll have happened in 3 years' time?
What are you always scribbling in that thing then?
Personal notes.
Dossier and Dr. Richards, I expect.
Ah, you got a face of a secret policeman, Jimmy boy.
There you are.
Oh, this is a lovely neat job too. Look at that, she sews, she cooks, she cuts hair, she looks marvellous in sweater and trousers. Come on, say the word, Mary, and I'll turn respectable. I'll present my little black book to the nation.
Oh, can't you give it a bloody rest for 5 minutes? You're always on and on and on about women. It's all talk. It's all lies. I bet if a woman really made a pass at you, you'd run a mile.
Lenny.
I mean, you're not here because you're hard up. You're here because you're a washout with women. I bet they'll laugh at you.
Talk about your instant analysis. Want to watch it, Lenny boy? Your muscles are spreading up to your Scottish skull.
Is that a photograph of your wife? Do you think I don't know what you meant when you said that the other day? Well, let me tell you something, boy. I'm not worried about you, because my Ginny wouldn't even talk to a filthy-minded animal
Lenny,
like
I'm
you.
sure he didn't...
You don't know him! You haven't had to listen to months of his pathetic bragging. Pathetic!
All right, if your marriage is so wonderful, what are you doing here then?
Back it up, the pair of you. You're going on like a couple of schoolgirls.
Me? What have I done?
Lenny, go and make a cup of tea, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Sorry about all this, Mary.
Don't just sit there bleating sorry. You're the second in command. Why don't you do something?
Oh, don't worry, I'll do something. I'll go to my cabin for a bit of peace.
No, don't go.
I didn't know you cared.
Please, I feel it's my fault.
Really daft. I don't see how you make that out.
Dr. Barker, would you be good enough to come here for a moment?
Just hang on a minute, please. I want to finish this first.
At once, please.
Sounds as if the old man has seen a rude word written in the loo.
I've been meaning to ask you, what made you become a meteorologist?
Well, where I come from, that's all we got is weather and coal. was either down the mine or up in the clouds. Sorry about that just now.
Well, you are inclined to overdo the big virility bit, aren't you?
Well, you know us impotent types, we always have to put on a bit of an act.
Have a coffee.
No, thanks, love. Hello? Given you 100 lines, has he?
Man's a megalomaniac. With about as much feeling as a dead fish. He's virtually accused me of tampering with the instruments to invalidate his experiments.
And did you?
I won't dignify that with an answer.
What the hell's got into everybody today?
Gerald, I was wondering, have you any idea how long this weather will last?
Difficult to say, really. Why, do you want to get away, do you?
Wouldn't mind.
Can't say I blame you. You know, it wasn't always like this. Maybe it's Rawdon and the others being lost like that. I don't know. Simon? Simon?
Yes.
Oh, if you're going into the mess room, steer clear of the old man. He's in one of his moods. Anything wrong?
Tired, that's all. It's too long working down the mine.
Aye.
No. Simon, is there anything I can do?
I'll be all right if I can just rest in the warm.
You need some brandy.
No. No, the others will only wonder.
Did you find anything?
Yes.
Ice. But it's black. What is it?
It's a microorganic fungus. Survives only below freezing and grows in the dark.
Never heard of anything like that.
Nor have I, on Earth.
What's the point?
White reflects the heat of the sun, black absorbs it. You've grown off of that on the ice.
When the summer comes, the ice will absorb the heat of the sun and melt.
Chain reaction. As the ice melts, the air will get warmer too. You grow that fungus on the edge of the ice cap and you start an irreversible, accelerating process. Icebergs will break off and drift away.
And melt.
Yes. More and more as the air gets warmer.
The level of the world's oceans would rise.
Half its cities would go. Whole countries even.
What good would the Earth be like that to the Centaurans?
They could put an artificial cloud over the Antarctic, cutting out the sun, and refreeze it.
Perhaps they've started already.
No. I'm sure this is a test scheme. They're growing different strains of it all over the ice and take away the best parts for transplantation.
What was in that container, then?
No, it's probably a ice sample to see if it contained the mineral salts that the fungus need. Oh, Mary, I've got to...
Simon, what's wrong?
He couldn't have gone out in this weather. He couldn't have survived.
For a short time.
And what would he have found?
I don't know. We're too close to the end to risk anything.
So, what do we do?
We kill him. What do you think?
I've got a report. I've got to call control.
Simon, lie down.
Oh, I must get to the radio in the aircraft.
Don't be ridiculous. You're in no state.
Yes, I was going to message.
You couldn't stand another 5 minutes out there.
Yes, just one effort.
It would kill you.
Get the doctor.
But I'm a doctor.
No. Dr. Cross. He'll know more about treating exposure than you.
But Simon...
Get him!
Is the doctor in there?
Dr. Richards, yes.
No, Dr. Cross.
Down the ice mine, I think.
What's the point of all this? It's only a matter of a few hours now.
No more reason why we should keep up appearances. Well, they won't suspect how near we are to completion.
Are you sure he wasn't up to anything?
I told you.
Dr. Cross! Dr. Cross, please come and help Simon.
What's wrong with him?
He's been outside and he's suffering from exposure.
Outside?
Please help him. He's talking of going out again to get to the aircraft radio.
It's broken.
No, it's not.
I don't
I'll explain later. There's just one thing, Doctor. He's allergic to drugs, but he needs your help. Please, come quickly.
Don't worry. I'll look after him for you. I'll look after him, all right. All right, Annie. Leave it to me now.
But
it'll be better. He's gone.
Oh, no.
Dr. Cross, what is going on here?
Simon, he's suffering from exposure, and he's gone out again to get to our aircraft.
Heaven's name, why?
To use the radio.
But you said it was unserviceable.
Doesn't matter. The important thing is that he's out there now.
He can't have gone
He's
out.
not in his cabin, Skipper.
Sadler and Barker, look in the cabins in the shower. Look
Right.
properly. Cross and Bryant, the ice mine.
He's not there. I've just come from the mine with Gerald.
Look again to make certain. Oh, and Sadler! Outside the escaping hatch, through it. Then he isn't on the base.
Well, what the hell's the man up to? He's a maniac.
No, he's sick. He's delirious. Dr. Richards, help him. Get him back.
Miss Scott, I'm sorry. There can be no question of anyone going out to look for him.
But he'll die if he's left out there. He's ill.
I have no choice. Where would we start looking for him?
The aircraft's due west from here. I remember Simon saying that. He can't have been out for more than a quarter of an hour.
Obviously, he's found out about the ice. We can't risk him getting to the aircraft radio.
Can't survive out there any more than we could.
Just the same, we must find the aircraft and make sure he doesn't get to it.
You realize what I mean?
They're all expendable.
But you can't just leave him there. Won't you help him, please?
I'm sorry.
You can't just stand there doing nothing.
Miss Scott, please don't make things difficult for them or worse for yourself. I shall not permit anyone to try. Is that understood? It is quite hopeless.
Dr.
No
Richard.
volunteers.
What do you say, Taff?
I reckon we should have a go.
Don't be damn fools. You wouldn't have a chance.
You never know your luck.
It's not a question of luck in this weather, it's certain death.
You are not to go, and that is an order.
I'm sorry. You went, you said.
I forbid...
It's all right, Skipper. It's beyond your responsibility
You
now.
won't last half an hour.
They're done.
For God's sake, will you stop saying that?
So pointless, so stupid.
Why?
Why?
Simon!
Where the devil have you come from?
Radio shack.
Radio shack.
Take him back to his cabin.
Right.
I'll go and get him a mug of hot soup.
I can look after him.
Well, hadn't I better give you a hand?
I can manage.
Has he said anything else?
No, he's flat out.
There's a jinx on this expedition. 8 of us came out here. Now there's just 3 of us. Who's going to be next?
That will do.
There's a jinx on it.
Will you keep quiet?
We should be able to leave in a couple of hours. The weather will be clearing then.
You're looking better.
I'm feeling better. I couldn't have lasted much longer in that burnt-out shack. Oh, it was so cold.
Did you think you were making for the aircraft?
No, I was hiding. Once Cross knew that I'd been outside, he knew I'd report back, so he had to kill me before I could do it.
Dr. Cross?
Of course. If you'd have died of exposure that night, he would have been the one to certify the cause of death.
You suspected him, and yet you sent for him.
Yes. They couldn't risk my getting a message back at any price. As I was missing, they had to go out after me.
And die.
And die. Who's the other one?